We talked to our Eyewitness News analyst about the possible risk of local military facilities. Eyewitness News reporter Kelly Sullivan continues our in-depth coverage live in studio.
The U.S. National Counterterrorism Center reports no credible claim of responsibility for the attack so far, but in sitting down with Eyewitness News analyst retired Lieutenant General Reginal Centracchio, he says ISIS is calling on its followers to target the military and police, especially in soft-to-target areas where there isn't much protection. Authorities are treating the attacks in Chattanooga, Tennessee as acts of domestic terrorism, but are still trying to figure out what motivated 24-year-old Mohammed Youssef Abdulaziz. A counterterrorism report finds ISIS recently renewed calls for homegrown extremists to target the military and police in the U.S.
They don't do it as a matter of anything except taking a life, knowing that they're probably going to lose their life too. And it's very, very hard to defend against that.
So here in Rhode Island, Eyewitness News analyst retired Lieutenant General Reginal Centracchio says the National Guard is currently training its service members how to deal with active shooter situations, especially at recruitment centers where they're out in the open and can be vulnerable.
Making sure that anything isn't out of the ordinary when someone walks into a recruiting office, and they certainly have some activity with the local law authorities to make sure that we have the best possible protection for our recruiters in that environment.
The FBI is now taking a closer look into those associated with Abdulaziz to determine why he carried out these horrific attacks.
We don't want to get to the point where no matter what you do, somebody has a record of you or a picture or some video, because then we've given up all that we've lived for, and that's our privacy and certainly freedom. At the same time, there's got to be a fine line to identify those people who are intending to do harm to us.
A Pentagon spokesperson released a statement to CBS News regarding security at recruiting facilities, saying the centers are set up in places easily accessible to the public where security is not as extensive. Now, it continues to look into this incident and work closely with local and federal law enforcement to see if any adjustments need to be made. I'm Kelly Sullivan, Eyewitness News.
And count on Eyewitness News for continuing coverage of the terror in Tennessee as we learn more about the gunman and the victims.
We'll also bring you more as a community responds on the air and online at WPRI.com.